Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I felt like making some craft projects using this die. I ordered a bunch of Easter dies from KSCraft and haven't really done much crafting with them, so I wanted to see what I could come up with using this die set. This is the I'm not sure the official name of it, but it's like the Bunny Peeps die. It comes in two sizes. So these are the dies that come with the larger size, and these are the ones for the smaller size. So I did go ahead and put some together using the large die, and I'm going to share those with you. And then I'm going to show you how I put together a small shaker using this tiny one. And it measures about 1 1/4 inches wide and 2 1/2 inches tall. So it's pretty small, but I've got all the pieces cut out and I'm going to show you how I put that together. But before I do that, I'm going to move these aside and then I'll show you the ones that I put together using the larger set. So I have 4 different samples. I tried to put it together in a couple different ways using all the dies that it comes with. So the first one I did was just cut out a piece of cardstock in pattern paper. Oh, first, I'm going to show you the paper collection that I used. And I used this Bunnies and Blooms collection. And you get 24 sheets and it's a 6x8 size. So it's perfect for doing die cutting and small projects. Here is the first one that I made. This is actually, let me show you the die. The larger die comes with these 3 large pieces to cut out. So this cuts out this size here. But if you cut out this piece here, which is going to be what you need for your shaker and, the shaker and the foam that I cut out, it cuts out this piece in the middle, and that's where I cut this out from. So there's 2 different ways you can get it. You can either cut bunnies out using this or using this. So that's how I came up with this size. And I did cut a second piece out and put it on some foam board. And that gave it a little dimension. And then the larger die set came with the little itty bitty pieces for paper piecing. It came with some sunglasses and a tie set. And then it also came with a bow and a bunny tail and some eyes. So that is what I did with this. I used the glasses and the tie, and I did cut out, this has a piece to layer up the tie. And so I think that is just really cute and easy to make. So that was one. And then the second one I made was this one. And I used the larger, so here's the 2 larger pieces. I used this one to cut this out, and I cut it out in foam board also. So I cut it out once in pattern paper and once in the foam board. I did add some white. It's really hard to see. I went over it a couple times and it still didn't show up, but I did add some stitching using a gel pen along the edges. And I added a pom-pom to the top for the tail, so it looks like this is the back of the bunny. And I just think that's so cute. So that's the second one I made. And then the third one I made into a shaker. KSCraft also has a die set, and I don't have it with me, but it cuts out these different shapes. So here's a bunny. Let me get them out on my hands so you can see what they are. There's a bunny face, a sideways bunny, an egg, which I did out of gold, and the bunny foot, which is right here. So I cut those out, and that's what I used from the shaker bits inside the bunny. It doesn't shake a lot. I kind of wish I had added some sequins or something in here, but I was just playing around with it, so I think it turned out pretty cute. It does shake a little. So I did layer it up using the same foam that I made the other one with, and that I cut using this. So it just fits around the outside edge. And I'll show you how to make a shaker using this. This I did put the face on. You can see it does come with these tiny little dots for the face and then a bow. Super cute. Love that. And then the last one I made, I decided to turn into a tag. And I did some inking along the edges, and I glued it up. I taped it up on foam tape to give it a little dimension, and then I added some jemmies on here and added some seam binding to the tag. And this would be really cute on the front of a card if you wanted to make a card out of it. And then this pom-pom, I cut out pattern paper, and then I also glued it onto a piece of foam. So I cut that out in both, and then that comes in the kit also, the bunny tail. So those are the 4 that I made. Super cute. So I'm just gonna put those over here where we can still see them. There. And then we're gonna make a mini version of these, if you can believe it. There's one that's smaller. So here's my pieces. I have my top piece that I cut out, and then here's the piece I cut out of foam. Here, I'll show you how. So when I cut it out, it cut out like this, so it created two pieces. So I'm gonna use this to make a separate bunny, and then this will be a separate bunny. And the same with this, it cut the foam in both sizes. So I'm just gonna take those apart, and we'll do this one first, since that'll be the easiest one. I'm gonna get my glue started here, because it's been sitting a while. And I'm gonna put it in my handy dandy pincushion. And if you want one of these, I have them available in my Etsy shop, so check it out. Okay, so so I don't get confused. All right, I'm just gonna put glue on the back side of this. And we're gonna glue that on there. Oops. And make sure that it's in the centered so that the foam isn't showing too awful much. I like to use my bone folder and go around the edges a little bit and push down on just the edges because it gives it a puffy look. I did a video a few weeks ago with the bunny head, and I did the same technique and I really like how that makes it look. All right. So there's a bunny right there. So this one, I did not cut out the face, but I did cut out some sunglasses. This is very small, so what I use is my tweezers, and then I put the glue on the back. Just makes it a lot easier to put it down. And then just place it where you want on top of the bunny. Super cute. And then we're gonna add this little bow. All right, there's a lot of ways you can embellish these. So just put it where you want on there. And there you have it. It's super cute. And I'll show you, here's the larger one, and then this is the smaller one. Okay, we're gonna put a shaker together. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. I cut all the pieces out. So I have a piece of acetate. So these are the same, cut from the same. So this is your background piece, and I cut a second piece using the acetate. So that's gonna fit right over there eventually. And then I cut this piece and this piece the same. This is the top piece, And the acetate is going to go, let me show you. The acetate is going to go on top of here. And then this piece will go on top of here. Okay, so I'm going to do that first. I'm going to use my tweezers because this is small. And just put some glue on the back of here. And it looks like a lot of glue, so when I'm done, I'm going to run my fingers over this just so it doesn't smear as much when I put it on the acetate. So I'm just going to run it along here. Okay. And then we're going to take the piece of acetate and put it right on top. All right, I'm just going to press that down and we're going to let that dry a minute. But I am going to go ahead and glue the bottom layer to it while it's drying. So I'm just going to put the glue right on top of the foam. It's just easier than trying to go around the outside edge of the piece of acetate. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on this, rub my finger along it. All right. So we want the acetate side down and, you know, the layering piece to the top. I'm just going to put that right on top of there, like that. Just gently press down on it. Okay, so there is a little bit of glue on here. I'm going to let that dry a minute. The only other piece we have is this one and the cottontail. So I am going to I think I'm going to use diamond dots as my shaker since this is so small. And I don't even know if those are going to work good. But this may not be the best way to do it, but this is the way I'm doing it. That way I can show you the finished product right away. So I'm just going to lay some diamond dots down here in the middle. Make sure they're not layered up because the foam is not very thick. So I think I'm going to put some yellow in there. Maybe not a lot. Okay. And then just a little bit of purple. And I'm going to put those up there. That way they're all nice and flat. Now, a lot of times, as soon as you put the cover on with the acetate, a lot of these are going to stick to the acetate. So just be careful when you're doing that. And it should work out okay. All right. I think that's plenty of shaker bits in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on here, and then we're going to glue this together. Before I do that, I'm going to wipe the inside of my acetate off to get rid of anything, but I think most of it's on the top. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're going to get some glue. Again, we're going to put glue just on the back of this. Careful not to get it on the acetate. All right. And again, I'm going to rub my finger and careful not to get it on the acetate as I'm doing it. All right. And now I'm just going to gently place this over the top, trying to place it where it needs to go right away so I don't have to move it around much. Okay, That looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna gently press it down in place. And I should let that dry a little bit before I lift it up and start shaking it. So we're gonna put the cottontail on next. And that's gonna go about there. And this definitely will take a while to dry, so you have to be a little patient with this. So just place it on there and maybe hold it for a couple seconds. So let me hold on to it and we'll see if it'll shake. So cute. This would be a really cute, you could put a little brad or eyelet in the corner and make a hang tag out of it. Or use it as part of an embellishment on a project or on a card. I just think these are so fun to make and they're not hard either. Here's the two little ones. And here's the big guy. Just so you can get an idea of the different sizes that are in this kit, because really you get 4 different sizes out of these dies. And these are some fun ways to make this die. Here's the tag. I forgot to include the tag. Thank you very much for stopping by and watching my video today. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.